Hi everyone, it's me Jo. Today I'm doing my Kabuki style makeup. This is very David Bowie inspired. It's my kind of androgynous extreme look, I guess you would say. I've done it several times, as I'll go into in the video. I decided not to go for a clean shaven approach. I wanted it to still look masculine, so I've kept deliberate shapes that were a little bit more masculine than my usual contours and so forth, so please enjoy. And also I've done this so many times like in my old channel, so I thought it was just appropriate to do it today, and I hope you guys love it. It was so much fun. It's kind of like a fire warrior. I love it. Like Grace Jones, David Bowie love child. She won. Alright guys, thank you so much for enjoying this tutorial. Give me a thumbs up now and subscribe if you're new. I'm feeling snatched as a mother today. I had a whole day of pampering yesterday, which I desperately needed. I needed to do everything. I needed a tan, I needed teeth. Still got a few more to go on the teeth. They're not quite perfection yet. But she's back to being golden, which I needed so badly. I was just feeling a little bit beige. Beige is not my colour. Alright guys, well I've been up early today just eating Skittles. And I was tweeting today, so please follow me at Twitter. I quite often have stream of consciousness tweet streams, and then I remember that I have like millions of famous people following me, and then I'm like, shit, they're probably gonna think I'm a lunatic. Probably not best to do this, but if you wanted to catch my insanity, please check out my Twitter. It's just at Joseph Harwood, my name. And yeah, I'm often ranting. But read it, do you know what? This is the best way to read my Twitter. Read it in the voice of me, drunk, and then it will make absolute sense. Alright guys, well let's go into the tutorial. I still couldn't, anyway, the reason I was talking about Twitter is because I was asking everyone what I kind of should do with this tutorial. In my first version of this tutorial, it was very Bowie inspired. The second version was more abstract. I was doing a lot of kind of science fiction references, which obviously is a Bowie reference anyway, but I was doing a lot of kind of like graphic shapes in the eye, and I was looking at a lot of Cubist paintings. So when I was doing all these crazy looks, and I did things like, I did like a theme of looks at the time. I did like a blue goddess look, I'll put it on the screen. And I put elements of kind of cubism with my favourite kind of sci-fi references. So I don't think it works so well with this look. I'm just going to simplify it. I'm going to do my traditional Kabuki look, and yeah. I'm going to be grabbing my OB2 pan stick by Crowler and getting everything together. Okay, so now the foundation is on and set. I've set it before I've actually gone in with my red colour. When I originally did this, I used a contour technique, and then I blended it through, and I used a lipstick to actually cut through all the contours. Now, I don't want to do that so much today because a couple of reasons. One is lipstick stains your skin, and I've got too much to do today to have red lines on my face. Secondly, I think because the pan stick is somewhat like oil paint, it doesn't actually set. And by the way, this is the first time in my entire life I've had blackheads after using this pan stick. So it does have its place, but it's very, very difficult, and I need to change my skincare when I use it. I can go in now with it, and then I can blend things out. So I'm going to be using OCC. I'm going to start off with the white colours, and I've got a little bit of pink mixed in with the OCC, so it's kind of like a pinky paley highlight to begin with. Now everything's blended, I'm going to swap to my red OCC colour. This is in the District. I have a slight confession. When I was actually doing the L'Oreal contest, which you guys so kindly voted me for, obviously there was all that shenanigans going wrong with the cheating, and she still won, which is great. But we were meant to film our promos for it in our homes. They were meant to come to our actual homes to film things. Now, I was in Los Angeles till the day before the L'Oreal the brush contest, and I was like, well, I can't do that. So it works like there was some weird twist of fate. So I came back, flew home. I was like, without question, the most jet lagged I've ever been in my life. And we get to the hotel thingy, the Mondrian, and we're doing the prior interviews, the entries, the tutorials they wanted us to do, and everyone else was with like a big family. They were quite young makeup artists, apart from Emma, who is an established makeup artist already in Ireland, and oh god, I forgot the girl's name, but she's amazing. She's an amazing body paint artist, and then a couple of new artists. Anyway, I was on my own, just on my laptop, and when I was on my laptop, I was like, well, I'm gonna go and get this dollar, because they advertised it as winning 100,000 euros or something like that, and I was like, well, I'm gonna get this dollar, bitch. I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna find it. And I was sitting there and I was like, well, what the fuck are we meant to be doing? I'm waiting here for like an hour and a half. So I ordered some room service, and I was like, I just want a kale salad, just give me something vegetarian and fabulous. And then they were like, right, we're gonna do the live 30-minute show off. You have 30 minutes to do your model, and we're gonna give you a theme. You have the whole L'Oreal makeup line, apart from everything that you would actually need. Like good brushes, like skincare, there was none of that. Anyway, I was sitting there and I was going through the actual rules of the contest, and the only rules they had online were the Chinese version, and it was or an Asian version of the competition. It definitely said China at the bottom of it, but it was an Asian version of the competition. And I was like, well, okay, well, this is interesting. So I started reading the rules, and they got a cash prize. And I was like, well, I'm really excited. I'm going to go in with it. I'm jet lagged, but I'm going to slay. So then I went through my emails, and I actually got the woman to send me the contract, and I had the contract in my email ready to read. And the UK version said, you will get a contract working alongside a makeup artist up to 100,000 euros. And I was like, wait, you don't win the money. You're winning a contract. So I was sitting there like, well, what is the point of me being here? Like, I'm not being shady, like that. I think it's a great opportunity if you're a makeup artist, but she's already won my contest. There would be no point. It would be like a down step. Do you see what I'm saying? So I was like, well, I don't know quite what to do with this. So they wanted a graphic eye, and then I got there and I was like, do you know what? This is not going to be something that I'm actually going to be interested in winning, going forwards with. So I picked up the lipstick, I did this exact contour, I blended it out in half an hour, and went, here's your graphic eye. Then I got some champagne and I ran home. It was a bit disappointing. I was like, well, if there was a chance that I would have won, if like money at the end of it, I would have worked really hard for it. But it was like, that was a bit of a sneaky way of doing it, because I'm sure all you guys saw the contest when you guys voted for me. Like, it said specifically 100,000 euros, and I had this big plan. I actually was going to make a prosthetic mask for the French runway, because the final was going to compete with all the other countries. And I was thinking, do you know what, if I have an opportunity to do a model, I will put my face on them and then take it off, and then have different makeup underneath. There's like some showbiz, like batal, like finale thing. But this is my kind of, the reason I'm saying it is just because this is my rebellious makeup. This is my rebellion to that contest. But it definitely, whenever I do a kind of contour like this, I always remember like, yeah, that was that stupid contest. But can you believe that? That was so trickety-dickety. And they were so shit at organising. I've got to say this. Like, I like L'Oreal the contest. Thank you for giving me all your whole entire range, which I sold on eBay. But real talk, like, that was not cool. Like, if you are going to say to someone, you have an opportunity of becoming the next makeup designer, which implies you're going to start making makeup and like earn a contract with them that's going to be to do with making makeup, I'm a qualified bitch to do that. That's why I went to do an MSc. I have already designed for companies in the UK, and I'm designing currently for companies in the world. So it's like, come on, we need to get this shit together, because that's not cool. But yeah, anyway, that was a throwback to the last time I did this makeup. Anyway, that was a bit of a reveal. Moral of the story is, when it comes to me and my dollar, do not get in between me and my dollar. I have families to take care of, etc. I'm using orange from my Suva palette. I'm going to introduce orange into the forehead bit here. I'm just going to start making the edges of the orange blend into the skin tone. Okay, gonna go back in with my red. work into the contours. I'm going to be using this bright yellow shimmer. It's a very strange colour, but I love it and I think it will be perfect. I did put some shimmer in the forehead, but I don't know if I really want to this time, so I'm not going to. I'm going to be using my yellow, the matte yellow, under the eye. I'm going to swap to the matte orange. Now with the red. I'm going to be using the same brush, but I'm going to be applying a beige. So the beige will mix with what's on the brush and we'll get a half and half colour. I'm going to start blending the orange out, just here. I'm going to be using yellow, just stippling into the orange. I'm going to then use the beige again, and hopefully that will round the space out. That's better. It's like, you know when you play like a video game and you're going over like a really dangerous level and you're like, please just let me get through the dangerous level? That's me over fucking glue. I fucking hate covering eyebrows with glue. I've said it since the start of my YouTube. I'm saying it today. Covering eyebrows with glue is the most annoying thing in the world. It's so annoying. When I go past that bit, I'm just like, whoosh, window wiper fierce. This is not fierce. This is like the most annoying thing on the planet of the earth. So for the lip, I'm not quite sure what colour to go with, but I think Super Not Safe for Work, which is a metallic OCC colour. These are so useful during this tutorial, by the way. They're really great to get if you do crazy makeup. I'm just going to kind of cover my whole eyelid. Doing one thing that's very uncommon on my channel is I'm going to be using black liner. I'm going to be using this Coty by Rimmel. It's just a waterproof black. Okay, I think this is pretty much as far as I want to go. I always get tempted to do something from at this point and then I go, shit, why did I do that? I wish I had just kept it like that. So I'm going to be wise and I'm going to hold restraint and I'm going to edit my look. What I was actually tempted to do, which is kind of a Lee Bowie thing, is to drip black latex from each eye like tears and then maybe add some black glitter to the latex so it looked like I was crying tears. But again, I always come up with these stupid ideas in the moment and then I'm like, it's a nice idea, but maybe I should do that with a look that isn't bright red or something like that. Like that would look really cool if I did it maybe with maybe like a 20s look with a purple lip, very minimal eye, maybe smoked out with glittery tears. That I can understand the reference point because you're kind of like a sad marionette. This probably isn't, this doesn't conjure sadness to me, so on we go. That's how my brain works. I work in like tangents and riddles. Alright guys, well this is next on my list. I'm feeling myself like the Beyonce song at the moment, so let's... She won. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy you guys love these references. It's very David Bowie in reference. It's very kind of taken to... This is my edited version of my younger years, I guess you would say. It's my rebellion, especially that silly contest. But I hope you guys loved it. Alright, give me a thumbs up. I've got one more kind of 80s reference. It's an old look, and then I'm going back to some more wearable looks. So one more to go, and I'm excited. Alright guys, thank you so much, and stay tuned.